good enough. We could start building some road stuff, which, I mean, will probably be a good idea for us to connect our cities over here. Yet it's worth noting that the rivers here count as roads. So all the green here, this is all territory that's attached to our capital. So we could start a road from here out to Antium and save some of the tiles, which is kind of nice. However, I think I kind of like the idea of building a farm first. This is a really good farm location. So the farm itself is 5 food. The barley is worth another 5. And because it's lush, 40%. So if we hold control over here so we can see what we hold in this tile, you can see this farm would be worth 14 food. Very strong. And +1 growth. Sounds like a pretty high priority thing. I could march you. Or, rather than march you onto the food, this is actually a really good mine site. You know, plus 60% because it's on a hill. It's a 10.5 steel per turn, or what do they call it? Iron per turn, which is pretty strong. I don't think we build anything else on this tile. No, I like that. Yeah, if we can get up to 400 stone, or we are getting close to the money. Actually, I can afford to start building the Oracle. Let me come back to you in a second. Let's start with this mine. Goody hut! Vulgar speech! Graffiti are crawled across this ruined structure. One of our court scholars recognized it as vulgar speech. It's saying something about Romans go home. Actually, it doesn't quite say that. It says, people who are Romans go in their houses. Very terrible spelling. There are very few examples of traditionally unwritten language. So we can display the graffiti in our palace yard, which will give us 30 culture, flat, in Rome. Study the readings and try to replicate it. 80 science is a lot. That's 4 turns worth of science right now. Or, vulgar language should be lost. Replace it with my royal sigil, giving us 2 legitimacy. I like the idea of studying it. That's quite a lot of science. It'll finish trapping. And I'm assuming overflow works. So that we didn't waste any of it. I'm certainly hoping that's the case. The Gaul of these Gauls. A strange woman. Hey, I think I recognize her from Game of Thrones. From an unknown tribe, shuffles into your court. Looking everywhere but at you, she suggests that unless you are able to demonstrate your munificence, the Gauls will take everything from you. What do you say? Fine, take this and go. I can give her $100, maintain the truce, or say, begone, you wretch! And we would be at war with the Gauls. So, the Gauls, over here, little choke point. We don't know about any of their other villages anywhere else. Romans versus Gaul, the classic. Kill and enslave. Everyone... I'm not convinced this is the correct play. But, I mean, Rome is a republic, so theoretically we listen to some of our citizens, and the citizens want war. Begone, you wretch! We're now at war with the Gauls. Okay. I'm going to keep scouting around here. Urban location. Ooh, city site and a goody hut. Nice! Okay. Military units, I think I might still go and take a bash at the barbarians, because I'm here, and we are going to want to clear... But this is a city site over here, too. I'm building a warrior here. We need kind of one more. No, I think it's okay for me to bash around here. Plus, we can work towards XP. The barbarian camps are fairly easy to take out compared to the tribal ones. So I think this is better. Mishra, thank you very much for that. Hey, Quill, thanks for all the great videos. Was looking for my next game to play. And once again, you made the choice for me. All hail the Roman Empire. Thank you very much. I'm very excited for this. Of course, the game is definitely... It's early access. You know, there's still some things, but... I mean, come on. This is pretty sick, right? I think we can all agree we're pretty impressed by Old World so far. All right, we got some tech. We can get some free stone, which could help us build our wonder. We don't have anything on the coast going on right now, so I don't know if navigation's a priority. Although it could lead to things. Phalanx unlocks Spearman, which is going to be an improvement over our warrior. And monastery improvements, new laws. It's kind of interesting. A lot of people want the stone. I mean, it's only 1 year. You know what? 1 year, 200 stone, which would give us enough to start a wonder. Although we do have enough money, we could buy the missing stone right now. But better to just have the stone. I mean, if it's only one turn, yeah. Science Overflow does work in Old World. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, that's probably why it's 1 year away. That makes sense. This scoot, I don't want you going near the Barbarian, and there's actually no gap over here. Well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here. We'll just uncover some of this fog of war right there. Okay, end of turn. Yeah, I know. I think you definitely only can research them once, and then they go away. But yeah, I think if you don't say yes to the special text, they go away. So you might be incentivized to grab them. On the other hand, they do delay, other things that might happen. Thanks for the bits, and Bitter Old Guy, thank you very much for that as well. Here's a few bucks to go buy yourself some slaves. SPQR. Oh, man. And yes, Thirst Quencher, this should get uploaded to the Tubs afterwards. We have a son, Lucius. As King Romulus the Intrepid, who we have as a general on our warrior, drove back the enemy assault, he toppled from his horse, shattering one knee. He had to be carried off the field, and the surgeons say he may never walk again. I'm now crippled. So, fatigue limit goes down by 1, which actually means our swordman still has lots of it, but damn, at least his life was spared. Or, we shall spread news of his sacrifice far and wide. We convert money into military training. The thing is, I don't think we need to do that. I like the story of it, but I don't think it's required. Fatigue is how many times you can use the same unit in one turn. I like the idea of unlocking the pasture. I think I am going to pretty heavily weight that. Although we are at war with the Gauls, so maybe unlocking the spearman is a good idea. Ils sont fous. Falling from a horse seems to be new rage. Yeah, the barracks, building this gives us more training points, which is handy. But I don't think I prioritize it. I think I either want to unlock the phalanx or husbandry. Yeah, I think it's really important to make sure we have access to all the base improvements. Pasture's less critical, in my opinion, than quarry and lumber mill and mine. But I think it's still going to be pretty key. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I used to be a general like you until I took a horse to the knee. Nobles in the court insist that we clarify our stance on ministry. Oh, we have enough civics to pass another law. So either we can pass centralization, which will give us more civic points over time and more science over time, which is really good. So our capital city is getting a 25% bonus to both because, we're centralizing. Or vassalage, which decreases unit consumption. Now, how much is our unit consumption? I mean, we can mouse over and see some of the updates, but let's say we go to Rome and we want to build a warrior. So a warrior consumes 1 metal per year. A slinger consumes 1 food per year. I think archer might be 2 food per year. So cutting that in half is actually pretty substantial. On the other hand, centralization's kind of nice. I'm going to go vassalage. Just because I think I went centralization last time, and I suspect I'll probably do this most often. But let's try this. I want to build a bigger military, so we're going to do that. And yes, changing laws does increase some of the upkeep and stuff. Yeah, vassalage trust our subjects to govern. I think we'll do that. A bit of a decentralized. It's the Named Moose! Hey, Named Moose. I've been reading up on human history. I've come across this one member of the Julius family who had firm opinions about the Gauls, including which of them are the bravest. Have you heard of him? I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell. Okay, well, we're definitely popping Goody Hut. Rome needs its client states, yeah. Great Migration. Broken vessels and strange markings indicate that these ruins were once occupied by a tribe from beyond the sea. Oh, we got Aztec invasion turned on? Uh-oh. Such a discovery inspires you to expand beyond your realms to new worlds. So we can commission scouts and send them in every direction. 2 free scouts. Okay, that's a lot. The other thing better be really good. Study this unknown tribe and widen our understanding. It's a one-time science boost. This is 5 years worth of science. It's effectively the same as kind of 1 free tech. I don't feel like the science choice is as strong as 2 scouts, except that I don't think we need 2 scouts right now. I think I'm going to take the science. Right, and that's true. More scouts would consume more orders per turn. Yeah, 4 scouts, 20 orders per turn. We don't even have the orders to maintain that many. You're absolutely right. What a great point. This order system is crazy. Like, more units is not just more. I mean, it is if you're not moving them right much. Like, you know, combat units might be fine because it's like, say, just, you know, one or like maybe move once and then attack once. It's kind of nice. Although to get the units to the front can be slow. Very interesting as their second layer of balance. There's more sort of levers to pull and adjust for game balance as well as strategies you implement, which is neat. So we're going to take the tech. Let's talk about techs, baby. I'm going to keep hammering on this barbarian. XP. And yeah, I can't attack a second time. All right, Hamlet is another base building, but it's not a resource gathering building. You know, sort of ditto with the theater and the monastery. I don't think there's too much. I like the idea, I think, of taking administration. Mostly because there might be some value to placing down a granary in a strategic location. Or, where do things lead? So there's a little flashing exclamation mark for the things we can study now. So if I got drama, it would maybe get us to ramparts, so we could build walls. Okay. If we got monasticism, it would lead to theology, which is more laws, temples, order boost bonus card. Okay, probably a one-time boost to orders on the turn you research that. If we go polis, it leads to forestry. Oh, there's our lumber mill! Which we need. So we're going to tap polis here. Wop, wop, that's the sound of the polis. Yeah, because we need to be able to unlock lumber mills. Can I go down here? Okay, who else can move? Okay, do this because I want to reconnect, like, sort of this terrain so I can find out how to navigate it. Let me come back. Oh, it's just these 2 scouts. Okay, come way down here. And that way. And yeah, we're gonna have orders to spare again this turn. I think you're gonna go up and check out this area here. Okay. Oh, that's gonna lead to the free settler tech option, yeah. Heaven and Earth! A temple stands atop the crest of the highest hill. Its terrace decorated with bright metal and ceramic. Local legend marks the site as where heaven and earth met. Or meet. Where all life began. Of course, the only way to see its wonders is to inhale some of the mind-altering plants along the hillside in an ancient spiritual ceremony. You had me at mind-altering. Soldier brings you a bowl of the strange powder, but he seems hesitant about effect. My mind is open, will give us culture in Rome, and King Romulus will become exotic, be worth +1 charisma. Or you'd say, I want no part in such rituals, which give us XP and money. No, dude. My mind is so open right now. Oh, man. Some more Danes down there. Luckily, we haven't met more Gauls, since we are at war with them. And depending on exactly where it would happen, it could be kind of annoying and awkward. Border dispute. Ooh, we met some Vandals! These are probably the guys with the cool graffiti, right? Oh, it means something else. Oh, okay. Discovering the Vandal encampment. Our troops are threatened by wars at its borders. Insults are traded. Okay. I'll give you 2 yo mamas in exchange for a... Anyway. Weapons are drawn. Our units stand at attention, ready to act on our commands. What are orders? We can give them some money. Ooh. So not only would they like us, but our king would gain +1 wisdom, which is tech. Or take one of their units as prisoner and hostage, which would upset them. It would give us +1 citizen in Rome. We'd become bold, which is, first of all, just gives us +2 courage, which is nice, and is another keyword that can trigger for some of the events. For example, if we were a diplomat, and we're not, but if we were, we could take this bottom one. I don't think there's a bad answer. We might want to maintain good relations with them because we're so busy with the Gauls right now, but... +2 is big. The only thing here, because it's a trait that could be overridden by another trait later on. Whereas this is just a flat +1 to our base stat, so you can't override it. But, oh, a lot of people want the gold. All savages must fall. You're a Roman. Yeah, but a lot of the Roman stuff, there was a lot of the same stuff that, say, like, the British did in India, right? Where there's a lot of, like, pitting these different tribes against each other to keep them weak and not uniting against the Roman Empire. Bold greater than gold. Gold. Chrome doesn't negotiate with terrorists. One. Chat is remarkably split between these two. Tell you what, I'm going to go the slightly more diplomatic route with the Vandals for now, until we've dealt with the Gauls. It's very loud. You captured a number of enemy soldiers in the last skirmish. They're exhausted and demoralized. So this is me finishing off the barbarians. Many of them have been grievously wounded. What do you want to do with them? Oh, I'm gracious. So I can't take the middle option. So my options are to ransom them back for their families for 100 gold, or resettle them in our cities and get +1 citizen. I feel like +1 citizen is worth more than 100 gold. So we're going to resettle. Oh, and we've gained some experience. So we can either give ourselves +1 to a stat, in this case it'd be charisma, which a +1 is worth 4 extra civic per year, which is pretty good, and gives our warriors an extra 10% defense, which is kind of nice. Or we could take hardy, which gives us a +2 fatigue limit, which will have to offset our crippled, and we can move around really fast. We could also grab bloodthirsty, which gives us a 10% boost against damaged units. And yeah, very Roman to resettle within your borders. It's a thing. Like, Rome just sort of, like, accumulated peoples. A hardy cripple? Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I like it. I think it is going to be really useful to have this one move fast. Plus, we have +1 vision on this unit because that's one of our things that we've got because we're a tactician, I think. So that unit is effectively a scout, which is kind of nice. All right, let's pop this goody hut. Weary raiders. Our troops are approached by weary raiders who have been roaming the forest aimlessly. They wish to fight for a worthy cause with us. We can say labor is a worthy cause, which would give us 2 citizens in Roma and 40 unrest. But, hey, we could use some help with the Gauls. Get a free warrior? I'm totally taking that. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Very nice. Let's keep scooting a boot over here so we can find some more goody huts. I'm going to promote you, because if we promote you, we can give you a general. And yeah, this first level here gives you the 10%, like a big, big, nice boost to our crit rate by grabbing 1 level of focus. And then because we brought them up to level 2, we can give them a general. Okay, we need to construct something in our capital. There's a lot of really good options. The game is suggesting a slinger, which isn't a bad idea, because we could use a ranged unit to help against the Gauls, and in general. The game is also suggesting, hey, why don't you go ahead and stack some more festivals? That's not bad either. I'm just wondering about a settler, because we did clear the city site over here, and I think I would like to claim it. So I think we're going to go with the settler. Oh, the game's also suggesting specialists. That is true. So if we built a apprentice acolyte over here, it would increase our culture and our science, which is all very lovely. I think I'm going to go with settler, though. I can see what you're saying, worker than settler, but I think I'm going to go with settler first. Great Zob River. Hey, more barbarians. I mean, these are green barbarians and red barbarians. Oh, the Gauls are going after my scout. The gall of them. So if we look here, we can confirm, yeah, we are getting 5% from Combat 1, and we are getting 10% from Combat 2. The family's pleased, we're getting an extra 10%, which is really nice. They're getting a 25% boost to their defense because they're sitting in urban terrain as an infantry unit, which is kind of cool. Anyway, we are just going to go ahead and attack. And I still don't know how the actual map... In the end, we have a strength of 5.4. They have a strength of 3.7. It does predict, of course, that they're going to lose a bunch of hit points when I attack, because that's just the way it works with the attacking. Sounds like there's a minimum of 5 HP damage, but other than that, I don't actually know how the combat damage necessarily works, like the numbers comparison and what that translates to. So he did 9 HP worth of damage there. There's not, I checked in the help screen, there's not a category for combat, even under concepts, there's nothing in there, so I don't think there's an in-game explanation exactly for how the combat mechanic works, what the math works out as. Excuse me. We built a warrior over here. This warrior, I believe, has steadfast, right? Yeah, the versus barbarians, which is nice. I'm going to promote him right away. We have the points. Yeah, we'll give him combat. And we might go up that combat tree. We will see. This new warrior, we are, in fact, going to add a general. So Remus, our brother, is going to take over here. He's got courage and wisdom, which is going to be very helpful. And he'll level up faster. So we'll do that. And I think, I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure that actually did improve his... I think he was still at minus 160, and he might have improved a little bit when we made him a general. I'm not sure. There's some debug text that might show up over here, like this. As far as I can tell, the gameplay is not going to be affected by this, but I did notice this in my practice games. There's a few different debug messages that will show up there. Because, again, this isn't even an early access build. This is a pre-early access build. So, Settler suggested over here, I mean... We are going to want another one, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just make a slinger here. It will do steadfast, it'll be good against barbarians, and we'll be happy, and then we'll have to see. Let's sneak through here, and over here, and then way over here. There's some more Gauls. I'll swing back over this way. Okay, let me come back to you in a second. So the 3 key... Oh, I don't actually have any military units that need actions. Never mind, then. Goody Hut! Old soldier! A weathered old soldier crouches in the ruins. She says that she had once commanded the city guard before a great sickness destroyed the population. We can learn her military techniques, giving us military drill tech for free. Invite to lead the troops, which gives us a great soldier. Or option 3, social isolation. I think I want the tech. And yeah, we can harvest resources, but the harvesting doesn't actually give us that much. I mean, chopping of trees does, but that's slightly different. Oh! Affairs of the heart. After years of marriage, you're approached privately by Remus. You're too often distracted by affairs of the heart, he explains. Are there not more pressing concerns facing our nation? Is this bitterness a result of true concern, or is he simply jealous? How will you respond? Stay out of my personal affairs, or else! I would become a romantic. Ooh. Which would give us military training for every unit killed, and +1 charisma. And Remus would become jealous of me. And say, this arrangement is a national concern. Gives 50 civic points for law passing, but upset our queen. Or, because I am ruthless, I can say, you forget your place, Duke Remus Fabius. Oh shit, I'd kill him! I would kill him. I'd gain 5 legitimacy. I'd just murder my brother. What is wrong with you people in the chat? Apparently we're gonna kill him, because that's what chat requires of me. Thing is, he's one of my generals right now. You know, I'm just saying. He will kill your cuds otherwise. I mean, maybe, you're right. You know what? He hates me. Done. Historically accurate. There you go, chat. General Schmeneral, says Bucky Lastard. In the last few years, your wife has demonstrated a natural aptitude for public speaking. Queen Consort Antonia Julia now requests training in the art of law. Shall we grant this request? We can hire a former judge as a tutor, so it costs us $280, but she gained +1 charisma, which would give us an extra civic rate per turn. Or it's too expensive, which piss her off. No, I think we can invest. She's 28. She's going to be around for a while. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Spies suspect your disgruntled brother Remus of plotting to take your seat on the throne. We worried this might happen. For some reason, I'm not so nervous about this anymore. I don't know why. If I'd looked at the events in a different order, it might have led to slightly different feeling about things. And he is dead. So I can tell the spies to intensify their search, or can't afford. I'm going to say we can't afford a lengthy investigation, because I don't think we have to investigate if he's dead. Hopefully his co-conspirators aren't going to keep it up. But I'm going to go with that and see what that does anyway. Alright, we finished that. We do have a lot of improvements we want to do. Which could include building the Oracle, because we'd have to buy the food. But yeah, 275 isn't bad. I think I like the idea. Is there a tile that's like crummier than others? I mean, they're all kind of about the same. Yeah, they all the tiles have something that really good to build on them. So I don't think it matters which one I use to build the oracle. The farm? I mean, we could. What farm first?